Welcome back to the Coach Bauman channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to hit our driver. This lesson is going to be a lot more around what the body needs to do and what the release needs to do at and around impact. Can you start with just flexing your trail hand back and then flexing it forwards until you can get that golf ball to kick out right on line and somewhat out of the middle of the face? Hang in there with me for a second. It's going to seem weird at first, but I promise you this will help you hit your driver better, regardless of what your swing looks like. When you are in your full driver stance, the insteps of both of your feet should be roughly underneath your shoulders, if not slightly wider. Once I am here, I'm going to take the handle, the shaft, and the club head and move those up to the golf ball. The stronger we can make that lead side look in the beginning, the easier it is to release it down there at the ball. Now, one of the biggest keys for hitting your driver good is on that ball position line, everything's happening. That's where the club's kicking out to, that's where the release is happening, and that's where our body's exploding. We're going to want to be on that ball position line to slightly behind it, and this is what I mean. And take our lead hip and push it directly backwards. That will start to straighten your lead leg, and it will begin that explosion process. I know that sounds crazy. I'm asking you to use your hands. Well, if you're going to release your driver and in the golf swing, your hands do quite a bit. I'm sorry to tell you that, but you got to train them. Naturally, you'll start to show yourself like, oh, wait, there's the plane line. That's where square is. That's where neutral is. Start small. And after that, you're just going to let your club head continue to travel. I call it winning the race. You want your club head to win the race through the ball when you are hitting driver, because we're not necessarily hitting down on it and holding off on it like we're flighting an 8-iron into a back pin. Now that we've talked about what the body needs to do and what the release needs to do and how they need to time up at impact to make the driver work for you, let's go into how to actually practice it with golf balls. That release point is by far the most important thing when we're talking about a driver swing. You can mess up almost everything else in your swing. Assuming that your release point is good, your driver's going to be fine. How many of those should you hit in practice? I don't know. However many it takes to where you can do this without even trying. For some of you, it might be a few thousand. For others, it might just be 5. I don't know. Your discretion. I know right now you're probably like, this is crazy advice. How is this ever going to work? It'll work, I promise. Pretty much the only thing I work on in my driver swing is my release, and I drive it pretty good. It'll work for you. Through just a little bit of patience and getting used to where that explosion is and where that release is, you will be able to launch your drivers very soon.